Sam, Sentient Sessions, course back in session. I have a message for you. Are you ready for it? Hi, I have the cards down already. I just felt like doing it again because I feel like I just had to. So I do have the cards down. I was briefly going into something. I have this one card. I'm gonna read this first because I feel like this is important to know first before I get into the rest of the cards. So, and I already said my prayer, but I said it before. So yeah, but release resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and the shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So, time to hop in your journal, babe. Dimming your light, someone you know, cut ties. Everyone knows it's nonsense, outside perception. In purpose, you scare them, and the Knight of Pentacles. So, release resentments about money. So I feel like there's a situation that you're holding on to that is actually stopping your abundance flow a little bit. Like there's something or things that have made you upset, especially if you are somebody who has been like financially abused, where when you didn't have money, people have been on their worst behavior or have done you dirty, or when you were able to dig yourself out of a hole, people have also did you really dirty. When you're working really hard, people are doing you dirty. Like, you know, like there's always like shifts. There's people when you're working really hard, they will try to fuck you up. And then there's people when you're low, they will also, those usually the same people actually. Like people, you've dealt with people who were really weird about money, so sometimes you're a little weird about money, but because you know how people use money as control. But you also have to remember the times where, because this is me speaking from my personal experience, I don't like to feel weird about money. I love giving money and I like spending money and I love making money, and I do. But something happens where when I feel the most independent, I'll sabotage my shit. And then now I'm codependent in a situation where I'm relying on somebody else to pay for something, or even though usually I always have money. Like I always figure out a way to get money. I always do. But you got to see people's truest characters. And the people who in my life have stayed the longest are usually people I have been broke with and have been flourishing with. Like when I'm broke, they're there. And when I'm flourishing, they're there because they're real like that. Like it's not weird with them. And those are the people who I usually see the best connections with when it's not about money, when it's not about who's making more money or making less money. I think competitions like that are really weird in a society where we're really trying to like get by, and people got to do what they got to do to survive. I get it, right? So to get real competitive about money to the point where you're willing to sabotage somebody's money, be like, damn, a little damn. It'd be like a little damn. But it's also like, nah, I do mean that. Because I was having some conversations about fast money. People who make fast money, I've realized from experience, is that like they don't have regards to human nature. It's like I'm starting to see how people replace God with money. So they don't see that money is just a tool. And now we can actually get into that example recently with Keith Lee and this lady he gave money to. He told her to distribute the money. So the food critic Keith Lee, he had given this lady $4,000, gave $2,000 to her, told her give $1,000 to the barber, told her gave $1,000 to the barber and $1,000 to the braider. And she kept all of it. And then she started fucking back into, like, she started standing 10 toes down on that shit too. Like, he was like, I told you to do that. Like, she making all these excuses, and then she fucked her whole business up because she didn't want to share her blessings. It wasn't hers to own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that mindset about money will potentially fuck you up in the long run. So like fast money, right? When people make a lot of fast money, it's like they start to disregard their love. They start to disregard their heart. Like they disregard just the God within them. So they can't see it within other people sometimes. And things just become about, I feel like there's been times, and this is just me speaking from my perspective, but there's been times I feel like I've been put in people's life as a test or a blessing, because when I'm low, I'm always going to get back up. But usually when I'm low, that's when people really show who they truly are inside. Like I'm put in people's lives when I'm low. And that's usually like, are you, usually it's to people who have done really fucked up things when it comes to money. Like usually around people who have scammed, cheated, lied, stolen, robbed, done some really fucked up shit for money. And usually there's a situation where they need to help me. This has been a couple times that I'm tired of it, so now I'm learning to help myself. But financial abuse, right? So they've had to help me, and that's usually when they look to destroy me, either mentally, verbally, sexually, just something weird, right? Especially when it comes to money. Especially when it comes to me being without money and being happy and content. And I know it be coming as a test. I be telling people in the test, this is probably a test. And people will still fuck up. So even when we look at that situation with Keith Lee, like and that lady, everyone can see it but her. That she was just tested. And then she fumbled it. And it's like it's slipping. It's slipping. So boom. Time to hop in your journal, babe. Dimming your light. Cut ties. Everyone knows it's nonsense. Outside perception. In purpose. You scare them. So yeah, like Knight of Pentacles. Like you're patient, you know? You're patient and you know that you're gonna be back up again, but you're holding on to the times that you were low, and you need to release. Like you need to release it, and you need to understand that they were just tests for you and for them. Because now, and I'm again going back to myself, like I have to, but going back to myself, I feel like I'm in a position where I've learned so much that I needed to learn from having the experiences I've had in regards to money. So it's less about what happened or what the people did. It's more about I learned what I needed to learn and they learned what they needed to learn as well. So yeah, the more you hold on to that shit, the you're blocking something. You're blocking something by feeling upset or hurt in regards to the way people have handled a situation. You have been playing, like it's been playing into your overall goals. So you have to understand the autonomy that you do have. These things happen because it's something you prayed for. And in the previous video, I was talking about, because I just started this video over. In the previous video, I was talking about how lately I've been focused on a goal in regards to my health. And I've been really wanting to ask questions. I've been really wanting to know something, and the more that I focused on it, the answers have come in. So things happen in order to give you the answer to things that you want. Sometimes the answers aren't pleasant, you know? So sometimes things happen that's not pleasant, but it's giving you an answer that you want, right? So Cancer, manifestation coming, unnecessary drama, ODing, keep it professional, someone you don't know, the Hermit. Study, focus on the opposite. Creative genius, Virgo. Something interesting. Unnecessary drama. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Cancer is giving me home vibes. Or like, I have a home card, I think. Cancer, manifestation coming. The Hermit. Keep it professional. Someone you don't know. And you scared them. Cancer, manifestation coming, unnecessary drama, ODing. The Hermit, that's studying. Something is happening in regards to, like, again, if you've been in like financially abusive situations, they may involve like home environments, people closest to you, just like things like that. And something is shifting, and it's, you're getting the answer to something, or you're receiving something that is shifting, or you're in a situation that's shifting something. Like you may be playing into your own, like, sometimes things require your hard work, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes things require your hard work so that you feel the fullness of what you've just made happen. Sometimes manifestation isn't just things falling out the sky. It's everything aligning so that you get what you want, right? So again, everything that's happened, regardless if it was positive or negative, has happened to get you to a place where you know what you want, you got what you want, and you know how to take care of what you want. So you have something happening that is putting you in a position to have what you want, or putting you in a position to make something happen. And you need to keep focusing on that. You need to keep focusing on that versus anything that can stand in your way. Focus on the opposite. Don't focus on the things that's happened. Don't focus on where things have gone wrong. Don't focus on where you've sabotaged before. Focus on what it is that you want and keep steady on it, because you will receive the answers and they'll become clear as day. Like, I'm telling you, what I was giving an example was like, okay, I was at work and I've been asking like something about eating and energy and time. And I was talking to my coworkers, and this is how I knew the next answer was what I was looking for. It was just a simple conversation. We're talking about apple cider vinegar. I said, oh, I used to put apple cider vinegar in water and drink it. And one of the coworkers was like, oh, I used to take just vinegar shots, like whenever I felt sick. And another one's like, yeah, vinegar is really good for this. I get in an Uber after that, and the lady in the Uber, I was talking about my overall health goals. I just felt like talking about it. And she pulls up a bottle of water, apple cider vinegar, and electrolytes. And gave me a bunch of answers that I've been looking for. Yeah. Like, everything happens to give you the answers that you're looking for. And again, sometimes you just have to be more aware of it and stop internalizing it. So only enough to seem like something. Foaming at the mouth, being judgmental, check your repetitive thoughts, drink more water, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a money reading. It's a money reading. Only enough to seem like something. Foaming at the mouth, being judgmental, check your repetitive thoughts, drink more water. 10 of Pentacles. I think we're talking about a lot of home and stuff like that. But I want to say riches is your birthright. Riches is your birthright. God just gives you the tools to make things happen. You have to believe it's possible for you. And where anybody else believed this wasn't, where anyone believed it wasn't, they're eating their words. And of course, they're eating their words. They look for other things to pick at because they need some way to prove that they were fucking, right about you. But foaming at the mouth. Like, it's like someone is or was in competition with you about money, about home life, about these things that you wanted, and it made you resentful the way that they act in regards to that. Like, when people are competing with you, sometimes I realize, I don't think there's anything wrong with competition. I'm starting to really reframe that. I believe in abundance, and I believe in abundance, and I believe in, what's the opposite of competition? Collaboration. I believe in collaboration, but I also don't think nothing is wrong with competition if you're being fair. Like, if you are making it fun, if you are using it to better yourself, when I get competitive, it's usually with myself. No one has the tools, the keys, the answers for me. No one's life impacts my own. What someone got going on with themselves is their business. When I feel anything, especially if it's jealousy, then that's all about me. That is something I got to look at with me. No one is exempt from feeling jealousy. No one is exempt for feeling no one is exempt from feeling small. No one's exempt from those feelings, those bad feelings. No one's exempt from that. It's about what you want to do with it. People will start competing with you and then try to fuck your shit up. And it's like, what are you doing? So you may have encountered sabotage and self-sabotage, or maybe you self-sabotage because of projections you get. Check your repetitive thoughts. And every time you think about anything, you have to redirect it towards yourself. Any situation I was in, I have to acknowledge where I put myself in that situation. Because I did. Even if I was supposed to be there, even if it was a test, even if someone was supposed to learn something, I was supposed to learn something, I still put myself in that situation. I was doing the best with the tools that I had, but I have to learn from that and make sure that I don't put myself in that situation again. So, learning how to do things differently, go about things differently in order to not get in that, So, yeah. Riches is your birthright. I think everyone's birthright is riches. It's mental. Energy is the real currency. When I ask for something, it's like I'm given all the tools. I don't get that thing I want. I'm given all the tools to be able to make it happen. And I have to believe in myself enough to do it. So, but that sometimes requires sacrifices of time, of energy, of labor. So I'm praying for the energy to do this, because the energy has always been there. And I always think about things like generations. I even think about my parents, like they were able to work really hard. That energy is within. We call upon it. We pull from it. It's in our blood to be and have endurance. But again, we like to do things the fast way, and I've learned my lesson. Like, anytime I try to rush anything, I've been fucked up. I've had to learn how to take my time and be smarter about it. Take my time and be smarter about it. And sometimes it does require a lot more hard work than I would like. But it's what I'm responsible for. And I can call for the energy to be able to do it. God strengthens me. That is the birth. That is the truest like, energy is a currency, and we use it on different things. So I feel like we have this wellspring of energy, a storehouse of energy, and we can use it on things that we want and we desire for ourselves. So again, releasing resentment would free up a lot more energy for you. Like, really taking responsibility for your choices, even when you were hurt by them, is what frees up more energy. If a lot of situations, if I was to sit there, even though there's remnants of it, like, I'm thinking like I have like remnants of it, but if I was to sit there and really seethe, I would have held myself back. Like, so many times I've had to choose to do me. I had to choose to pull myself out of a hole because maybe I've relied on another person to help me, and they fell short. I've had to choose to do that for myself. And by choosing to do that for myself, I saw how true my own power is to make things happen. So, yeah, if I was to sit there and be like, oh my God, how this person did this, look at me, I'm in this situation because they did that, then I would just be stripping away my own power. And again, the little remnants that's there still strips me of shit. So I have to completely let it go. Like, it is what it is. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for that. That's how you alchemize. I needed that. Like, I had a I had a really bad experience with one of the first work from home job I tried to have. Really bad experience. And I learned my lesson, and I needed it because it made me work different or view work differently. And now I'm in a position where I have a higher capacity to work because of how fucking terrible that was. But if I would have sat there and seethed about it, bitch, I would have lost my mind. So, yes, things happen and it changes. Like, if you've always wanted to be good with money, sometimes you're going to see multiple experiences. You're shifting out of something. You're shifting out a pattern that may even be generational. You're shifting out of a certain mindset. So you shifting out that mindset will align you to different experiences. Even when Miss Lady and the experience that she had with Keith Lee, that shit's gonna teach her a lesson if she wants to learn it. But again, she's been doubling down. She wants to learn it. The lesson is there for her to learn. If she wants to sit there and really like, hey y'all, like, I'm looking at myself, she can bounce back from that. That's the same way the lady with the shit with the thing. Oh my god, I'm forgetting, like, the lady with that pink mayo or pink sauce. The pink sauce lady was able to bounce back because she chose to learn her lesson. Her business can be saved if she wants to learn her lesson. That was an example for her, and it was an example for a lot of us. So yeah, sometimes we have to go through the motions of it, especially when you're trying to shift out of a mindset, or especially when you're trying to heal from certain experiences. Sometimes life puts you in a position where you're experiencing it again in order for you to fully understand it. It's not that you're repeating a lesson, you're understanding a lesson deeper. Things happen so that you understand something. So, Sam Sentient Sessions. Session adjourned. Please come back.